Hi, it's Jen. I'm ready to go gardening. I got my holy shirt on. Holy as in it has holes, but it's also Pittsburgh Steelers. And y'all will eventually learn that I am a diehard Steelers fan since way back in the day. Definitely not a bandwagon fan. They picked me, I didn't pick them. So, just a little tidbit. This time I want to talk about relaxation and meditation and a full-rounded approach. I might not have brought this up if it wasn't for my doctor's appointment I had last week, but I went and saw my neurologist, and I've mentioned before, how I said I went outside and, I did a little bit of gardening and so on and so forth, and what had happened is I hadn't seen him in a while. I don't do well in the winter time. I hadn't been in all winter. And so he wanted to update. And I told him how I had started making the videos. I told him how we were getting our gardens in. I told him I started to sing again. And I started to get back into some of the passions that I kind of left behind. Sometimes it's so hard to maintain just getting the dishes done and the floor vacuumed and feeling okay when your mate comes home. That it's very consuming, and you forget to do the things that that you need. I mean, the same goes for anybody. I mean, it's not just people who are sick, it's parents. It's life just catches up, and we forget. You know what I mean? It's always the stuff that has to be done and not the stuff that we need to be done so that we can maintain the things that have to be done. So he talked to me a lot about the anxiety aspect of CVS. I've always been diagnosed with some sort of depression, and I've always had treatment for that and never really had a lot of help. It's his belief as a neurologist, after meeting me, he's known me for a few years now. He believes it's more of an anxiety-based feeling that results in the depression, kind of like an over-anxiety where it shuts your brain down because it just can't take anymore. Your brain keeps running in those endless vicious circles, and they just don't go away, whether they're from the past, the future, today. It's just, for some of us, they're there. So he told me that he said words that I was so proud to hear. He says, "Jennifer, I'm very proud of you. You're not just leaving it up to the medications to help you, because in situations like this, that doesn't work. It needs to be a full-rounded approach. And it needs to, because of the stress base and the anxiety base of the CVS, we should take time." He actually gave me a yoga CD. It's not the stretching, this, that, and the other thing, because we all know that you can feel fine, do one sit-up, and the next thing you know, you're in excruciating pain. But it's just basically, it's laying down, and it talks you through each muscle set and it slowly teaches you how to relax each muscle. And then the next time I go, I guess there's a set of 3. If I've worked on that every day, then I guess I'll get the next one, and it kind of takes you through the process. He said to help the anxiety medications, to help the antidepressants, to help yourself, take a few minutes, even if it's 10-15 minutes out of your day. I mean, parents, if you have to, do what your kids are probably doing if they're young teenagers. Go in the bathroom and turn on the shower and stand there. Do you know how many kids do that? Some of them are kind of gross. I don't say that as a personal insult, but some of them are kind of gross. But do that. If you need that 15 minutes of uninterrupted time, go in there and hide for a minute. You're not a bad parent. You're trying to be a better parent. You're trying to be a better caretaker. You're trying to be a better patient. Which makes it easier on everybody else. So find your passions. Try and make a point every day. This is what he told me. Every day, if you can, get outside, get a little sun on you. A lot of us turn into introverts, hermits, because we just don't feel good. We don't have the energy. Even if we feel okay, we don't have the energy. it's very tiring to go out and socialize with people. I find after some of these videos I'm wiped because I feel like I'm talking to people. I feel like I'm having, it's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's just simple daily activities that are very, very, very draining. So you just kind of, that's a great view. So you just kind of, Belle, lay down, honey. There you go. So make sure you take that time for yourself. Those are words from a very good neurologist. Those aren't words from me. That's advice I'm just passing on. Don't leave it just up to your meds. Don't leave it just up to your doctor. Make sure you take that time, whether it's painting, just whatever it is, even if it's sitting in the backyard reading a book for a little while. Make sure you do whatever you need to do for a little bit every single day to bring yourself back down to that calm level. It might not last. Lord knows. Life throws stuff at us all day. But just do it. He told me that it'll eventually start to last a little longer. And, the farther into the meditation and relaxation and that kind of thing you can get, the more benefit you're going to get out of it. And hopefully in that process, the easier, the less frequent, maybe your CVS might become. And that's basically the main goal. I mean, we all know we can't get rid of it as of right now. It's here to stay. But hopefully, at least we can get it down to a manageable level. Since I've started the support groups and doing my own research and, not feeling so helpless, I went from $22,000 worth of medical bills last year, but in this past year, I've only had one ER trip. I have a lot of bad days, but I'm not sitting in the ER or laying in the ER. I'm not in the hospital. So, I mean, those are, there's definitely changes for the better. I'm fully prepared that one day that could fully change, but I'm not going to give up and think that it's over, because you just got to keep going. You got to keep fighting. So, well-rounded approach. Find your woo-saw, people. We need our woo-saw. CVS takes away our woo-saw, throws it down the drain, steps on it, crushes it, and hands it back to us and says, here. So just, try and find a nice calm place and try and go there every day. Even if it's for 5 minutes. You might find yourself finding 5 different times out of the day that you need those 5 minutes, even within a week from now. So, Bella and I would like to say, have a nice afternoon. Still waiting for my other half to get home, so I might get one more video made before we go garden. I'll try to cover as much as I can while I'm coherent and have some energy. CVSAonline.org. Get your information, go there, check it out. As always, search your internet, search all the major, search engines, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Just keep digging through, keep searching cyclic vomiting syndrome, and you're going to find some answers. And hopefully if you're on any social networking sites, you're going to find support. And that's the best thing. I mean, this disease, this illness, makes you feel very alone. And knowing you're not alone is about half the battle. I mean, when it comes to the mental aspect. So, I hope everybody's healthy, and if you're not, I hope your doctors are listening. And here's to growing some veggies, because hopefully the old man gets home soon and I get to go plant some corn. Bye, guys.